and
Jose Mourinho.
correct.
Premier League Lukaku.
Oh, wrong as well.
Foga.
Correct. Tensions on the fly for you.
It's very, very tricky, yes. I
It's
decided not to.
It's very, yes,
because
very,
I know
it's
I will
very-
make mistake.
yeah.
I can mention 12.
Oh God, I love this show. All right. Are you ready? Hello. It's your favorite football show. Who knows ball? Winner stays. I mean, it's good to be back in this episode. We've had 2 episodes so far in this season, and they've been nothing short but excellent. I mean, if you've watched the first episode, second episode, you can tell. If you have not, I will not give you any spoiler because I don't like to give spoilers. I don't give or receive spoilers. That's the way I operate. Anyway, you know who I am. I'm Ira the Yarn Spinner, and in the studio with me today is one of the participants from last week, last episode. At this point, if you've not watched the last episode, I'm already spoiling it because he's here because he won the last episode. So, yes, we have Quadri in the house. That's on my right, that's on your left. And on my own left, which is your right, is a new contestant who wants to test Quadri's knowledge because Quadri last week showed that he knows ball. He really knows ball and is a winner that is staying. So, henceforth, he's here. So, today, we have Olayinka who's going to put Quadri's knowledge to test. Let us get to meet Olayinka. Olayinka, how's it going?
It's fine. I'm glad to be here. It's nice to be in the studio today.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to test my knowledge to know how far I can go about it on this show.
Okay, so what club do you support?
I support Chelsea Football Club.
They're watching this today is the last EPL day,
Yes.
right? So how do you feel about Chelsea qualifying for Champions League?
I am very, very glad that we later qualified for the Champions League at the end of the day because it has not been an easy task. This will be the 3rd year that we'll not be in the Champions League, but thank God we made it this year. I'm very glad I will qualify at the end of the day. I'm very glad.
You guys have a final coming up soon, I believe.
Yes, against Betis on next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. How do you feel? Do you feel confident?
Very, very confident we're going to be there 100%.
Wow.
I'm very certain about that one.
You're very certain.
It's a done deal already.
It's a done deal.
Sure.
European final.
We're going to beat them.
Wow.
I'm very certain about that one.
Okay. Your confidence is really amazing. I'm believing and hoping.
We are not Man United now.
I don't understand why.
I just talk.
Why did you have to bring Man in this? Why? What was this?
Because they lost against.
You don't need to. But I did not ask you any question about Man. Why are you bringing Man? I'm a Man fan. Why are you doing this to me?
I'm confident that Chelsea will defeat.
Just leave it
Okay.
there. Leave Man out of it.
Okay.
We cannot mark you before we start the show.
All right now.
So, Quadri, how far are you there?
I'm good.
How does it feel to be back as the existing winner, the existing champion?
It feels great to be back again.
I see you're wearing your Uno's ball match that you won last week. So
Of course.
nice one. So what are your expectations today? Do you feel like you're going to take the money? You're going to win another episode today?
Literally, I really can't say. I just come here to come have fun.
That's what people always say. Come and have fun. You come and have fun. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how before you know that you'll be eating balls, winning.
We just want to learn new things.
Learn new things.
Sure now.
Okay, it's all right. Okay, this is for you listening, watching this. If you have watched up to this point, you know, as I usually do on the show, please like, subscribe, share. The show is interesting. I can tell that you can tell that it's interesting. So why not share? Your friends, loved ones, enemies, neighbors, everybody that you know in your life. Just share. Let us enjoy the show together. Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Yes,
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
What do you say?
We are good to go.
We are good to go.
100.
100. I like your confidence. All right, so you know the games on the buzzer. ITK, that's I too know, link up, and then story. Right. You guys are familiar. You've watched the game already,
Sure.
you know. So, but before I start each game, I'll still need to read the rules for the person watching in case this is the first time watching. So on the buzzer, I send questions, and each correct answer is worth 1 point. Each contestant buzzes first, and the first person that buzzes must answer within 5 seconds. If a contestant buzzes before the question is completed, the question will not be completed and the contestant will have to answer. If the contestant buzzes and gets the answer wrong, the rest of the question will be read for the opponent. Now, if at the end of the question, the opponent does not get the answer within 5 seconds, both contestants have one more chance to answer. Are we good?
Yes,
I like to always ask, are we good many times
Yes,
so that
we are.
good. All right, so your hand beside the buzzer, as you know it. So the fastest person at the buzzer will get to answer the question. Are we good? All right, so the game starts now. First question. 3 players of Nigerian descent, Dogo, Sholanke, and Udoje, played in the Europa League final. What countries do they represent?
Dogo represent Italy.
Continue.
Solanke represent England.
Okay.
How was the third one?
Udoji.
Odoji represent Italy as well.
Okay. That is wrong. You want to try?
Dogo represents Norway. Udoge, Italy. Sri Lanka, England.
Both of you are wrong. The correct answer is Dogo represents Denmark.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes,
I know. Sri Lanka, England, Udoji, Italy. So 0-0. Question 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
Tottenham won their first trophy since what year? Yes, you.
17 years.
I need the year.
2008.
Correct. Question 3. Which team is currently second in the French league? You again.
Olympic Marseille.
Olympic Marseille is correct. Correct. 4. Who scored for Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final? Easy is correct. Question 5. Sporting CP won the Portuguese league, but how many managers have they had this season?
There are 2.
Wrong.
1.
Wrong. There are 3. That Amorim, that Pereira, and they had Budge. Okay. All right. Question 6. You guys are doing well so far. It's tight. Question 6. How many points is a club said to need if they want to avoid relegation in the Premier League? That's you.
40 points.
40 points is correct. Question 7. Name one of the other 2 nations that are in the Unity Cup alongside Nigeria and Ghana. That's you.
Russia.
Thumbs up. Right.
England. Trinidad.
I'm going to give you half. 0.5. Trinidad is there. Trinidad and Tobago. The other country is Jamaica. Yeah, so that's whatever you had before, 0.5. All right, next question. This is question 8. So we have 3 questions to go. Closest wins. That is the person getting the closest to the point of thing you answer. How many goals did Messi score in the year 2012?
91.
Wow, you got it on the dots. Correct. 91. Question 9. A football match cannot start until a minimum of how many players on each team are on the field?
7 players will go to touch.
7 are correct. 7 correct. Question 10. The last question for on the buzzer round. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Who is Nottingham Forest manager?
Nuno Espirito Santo.
Yeah, correct. Wow, and that is the end of. Wow, that was tense. That was back and forth. That was gas. And at the end of on the buzzer, Quadri finishes with 4.5, while Olayinka finishes with 3. It's tight, just 1.5 difference. All right, let's move to the next game called ITK. I too know. Coach, are you good?
Yeah.
Or you're still thinking about the last round because you look like you're deep in thoughts. All right, so for this game, the 2 of you sent your specific topics that you're familiar with, I believe, to our team. Right, so we picked out one of them. But before I tell you which particular ones that we picked out, let me first read the rules. So with 60 seconds on the clock, each contestant is asked questions about their selected specialist topic, as I said, and each correct answer is worth 1 point. If an answer is wrong, the time is stopped and the opponent gets a chance to steal. And then lastly, the timer continues from where it stopped. So you get the idea. You're not using the buzzer. If you're the one answering your 10 questions, if let's say you're answering from question 1, your 60 seconds start. If on question 4 you don't get it, we'll pause your time, ask him. he gets it, we are stealing 1 point from you. Then if it comes back to you, you continue your time.
Okay.
You get good. All right. So, since you're the one leading, you get to start, or do you want him to start? You can choose.
Let him start.
Let him start. So he has the power. So he has said he should start. So the topic that we chose for you, which is funny because we were just discussing it before we started the show. One of the favorite topics you said you can talk about on the show is Eden Hazard. Right?
Yes.
Right. Good. I wanted to be sure because you're looking like, is it me that
Yes,
said
no,
that?
yes,
Is it? So your questions are going to be 10 questions on Eden Hazard. 60 seconds. So make sure that you get it. You don't get to skip. So if you miss it, it goes to the next. It goes to him. If he tries it, it goes to you. Are we good? Time. All right. So your time starts now. So how many Premier League titles did Hazard win?
2.
2. Correct. Question 2. What is the first name of his junior brother?
Fogan.
Correct. 3. After Hazard joined Real Madrid, how many goals did he score in his first season?
2.
Wrong. Want to try?
1.
1. Okay, correct. Now back to you. 4. How many goals did he score in the 2019 Europa League final?
1.
Wrong. Want to try again?
4.
Wrong. That says 2. 5. How do his former teammates describe him in training?
Lazy.
Lazy. Correct. 6. At what age did he retire?
32.
32. Correct. 7. Did Hazard make more or less than 122 appearances for Belgium? So the answer is either more or less.
Exact. More than 122.
More correct. 8. What position did Belgium finish in the 2018 World Cup? Time's up. Woo! Okay, so
I've forgotten about the time.
I understand. So you see, you have to remember that you have time. I mean, that is all for this round. But let's just, for the sake of finishing the game. So the answer to that one is 3rd.
Yes.
Right. So question 9 would have been at what stage did Belgium finish in the 2022 World Cup?
Second one. Quarterfinal.
No, they didn't even. It was group stage. They didn't get to. That's the World Cup. Or last year, not
yes.
18. 18 was 3rd. Last question would have been, what was Hazard's squad number when he joined Chelsea? That's easy. 17. So at the end of round 2, ITK Olayinka has a total of 8 points. So right now he's leading. So Quadri has 5 points because 5.5 because he stole 1 point from Olayinka. So that's the way the game is. Once it's time for Quadri's turn, it's possible that Olayinka too can steal from his points. Let's see how that will go. Quadri, are you good?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The topic we're going with is World Cup 2002. Okay. Is memory is coming back? The one that Ronaldo cut half. Baba, the NEPA took light and they could not finish their cuts. That's the one. All right, so time, are we good? 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Which American won the best young player of that tournament?
Landa Donovan.
Correct. Question 2. Which country played with sleeveless jerseys?
Cameroon.
Correct. 3. Who scored a hat-trick for Germany when they beat Saudi Arabia 8-0?
Marisa Flose.
Correct. 4. Who left the Irish camp before the World Cup?
Roy Keane.
5. Correct. 4. Correct. 5. How many points did France have in the group stage?
1.
Correct. 6. Who scored for Senegal when they beat France in the group stages?
Pass.
You want to-
Papa Boba Diop.
Correct. So you're stealing 1 point. Back to you. Question 7. Who was the referee in that final? Or in the final?
Pelugi Colina.
Correct. Question 8. Who scored Nigeria's only goal at that tournament?
Julius Agawa.
Correct. Question 9. Who did Turkey face in the 3rd place match?
Korea.
Wrong, because
South Korea.
South Korea. That one is gone. Question 10. Which former Chelsea manager was South Korea's head coach?
Gusidik.
Gusidik is correct. At the end of round 2, for Quadri finishes with 12.5, while Olayinka finishes with 9 points. 9 points, 12.5. The difference is very little. So, are you ready for the next round?
Sure.
Sure,
Round 3,
yeah.
right?
Eh?
Round 3.
Round 3, yes. Round 3. Link up. These are the rules for link up. In this round, the contestants are given 3 clues of 5 footballing personalities. Each answer is worth 1 point. Contestants can buzz after 1 clue. I mean, if you've been following this show, you can tell that there was a particular person that after the first clue just buzzed, so it's possible. Understand? However, if they get the answer wrong, They cannot have another guess until the next clue is read. Last rule that you need to know is that after all 5 answers are correctly answered, the contestants will have to find out what links all 5 answers. This particular one is worth 5 points. Okay? Are we good?
Yeah.
Hand beside the buzzer, please. All right. The first personality, it could be a player, it could be a coach, it could be a referee, it could be a sporting director, it could be whatever. First clue, I am currently in my second stint at Udinese. Okay. Next clue, I am the most capped Chilean player. Alexis Sanchez is correct. The third clue would have been I am synonymous with the piano. Obviously, I remember that because I'm a Man U fan. Yeah, the piano was just a scam. But anyway, let's not go into that. Next, player, coach, referee, sporting director, whatever. The first clue is that I was the first player to score in every official competition in a calendar year. That one tough. Second clue, you might get it now. I currently play for Lazio. Afa. I should think. Still don't know. Should you ask him? Pedro is correct. What happened? He does zone out. Yeah. It happens. Don't worry, it happens like that. So 2 points so far to Olayinka. Third player, third coach, third sporting director, referee, whoever it might be. First clue that you need to know is that I have played for Arsenal and Chelsea. That one could be anybody. It could be anybody. Second clue, I currently manage in Italy. What's going on? See this up, Quadri. Let's move to him. Let's try.
C'est Fabregas.
Correct. What's going on? You see this up? Okay. All right. You have 3 points so far. I mean, there's still 7 points up for grabs.
Okay.
So
7 points for this one.
it's 7 points here because there are 2 more people to guess. That's 2 points. Then the last part is the link that links everybody together. That's 5 points. So that's 7 points up for grabs for this particular round. So the next coach, player, referee, whatever sporting football personality I'm going to mention. The first clue is I was described as a flop when I first moved to England. That could be anybody too. There are plenty. Moved to England. Yeah. You want to try? Before I move to the next clue, I want to wait. Next clue. I had a public spat with my international teammates. I won't say that because people have a lot of spats. But the last one, you know it. I am a Premier League and Belgian legend. Oh. Interesting. Let me read the clues again. First clue. First person did buzzer will answer. First clue, I was described as a flop when I first moved to England. Second clue, I had a public spat with my international teammates. Third clue, I am a Premier League and Belgian legend. Who am I?
Ronaldo Lukaku.
Wrong.
Courtois.
Oh, wrong as well. I know. I know it was. I mean, can we say Lukaku is a legend? Look, no
Premier
beef,
League
no beef
legend.
against Lukaku, but
So-
can we say he's a legend? He's
he's not
not a Premier League legend, so that's obviously out of it. Courtois is not a legend, so.
Yes.
All right, so that one point is my own. That's my own point. I'll take that one. Last person that we're going to guess. First clue, I have played in England, Germany, and Spain. Okay. Second clue, I played 96 games for the Netherlands. Interesting. okay, this third one, you get it. As in, you must get it. So it's the first person that hits it that will get it. I am known for cutting inside and shooting with my left foot.
Ajaroben.
Bro. Because I'm like, if you don't get out, what's going on, man? Because that cutting inside. There's nobody else that I know that cuts inside. So at the end of the first part of the third round, you have 3 points. Olayinka has 3 points. You have 1 point. And me, as a host, I have 1 point. Even though I don't matter in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the scores. Now, the last part of this round is you have to tell me the link. So we've mentioned, so as soon as I call out the players that I've mentioned, the first person to hit the buzzer. That is, you must tell me what links these 5 players. You understand? So as soon as
what links them?
what links them? That is what is common amongst these 5 players. What can we say is in Sanchez? That we can say is in Pedro? That we can say is in Cesc? That we can say, it can be their birthday. It can be something. It can be the type of car that they drive. Just say, you understand? But there's a link. So as soon as I call out the 5 players, the first person to hit the buzzer will get to tell me that link. Okay. Now, if you guess wrong, it goes to the next person. If the next person gets it wrong too, the points will be mine. Now, it's also possible that I might, if you are close to it, if it buzz, I can just give you a little bit more clue. If I'm feeling like I want to, if I don't feel like it, I'll just take the points and go home. All right. So, first player is Alexis Sanchez. Second player is Pedro. Third player is Cesc. Fourth player is Kevin De Bruyne. And the 5th player is Arjen Robben. What is the link between these 5 players?
They all play in the EPL.
Wrong.
They are Mayborn.
They are what?
Mayborn. They are born.
That was shock me. They are born in May. Wow. Like that's not the answer I have here, so we cannot go with that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I know 3 of them.
Yeah, that's not the answer. Okay, so just so that we have a winner for this particular part, I'll give another clue. I won't give a clue. What links them has to do with so as soon as I say it, the first person to hit the buzzer, because this one you should get it. You want to try?
They all played under Pep Guardiola.
And
Jose Mourinho.
Correct. Because you guys are going to give me the 5 points. I didn't want to take the 5 points. You understand? So at the end of round 3, Quadri has 18.5. At the end of round 3, Olayinka has 12 points. So 12 points, 18.5. Trust me, it is still very, very close. Quadri has been here. You know the next round we're going to. The next round, anything can happen. You can be leading 40 something and you will just lose the whole thing. It happened last week.
Yeah,
right.
I understand when he was leading.
So
and he lost everything.
So you see, he's already giving us spoiler. So you see, So the next round, the last round, is called Story. It's my favorite because it's really where you put everything on the table, and it can really, as the name implies, story. You can change your story for good, for bad. Let us find out. But before we find out, if you are still watching at this point, we have reached almost the end, and you've not liked, subscribed, or shared, I don't know what else you want me to do. To be honest, I don't get it. If you have enjoyed it, why are you keeping this? Why are you keeping this to yourself? Share the word. Let the world know about the show. Okay? Like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. Last round, Story. I'll read the rules. You know the rules already because I've spoken to you before this, but for those that are watching that do not know the rules, in this final round called Story, contestants will have to bet on their football knowledge. The host, that is myself, will give a topic, and each contestant will have to state how many answers they can give for that topic. The time limit given is double the number of answers the contestant bets. That is, if you say you can list 10 things, 10 times 2 is 20 seconds. So we're going to give you 20 seconds. It is 5 times 2. It goes back and forth between you and him until one contestant thinks the other cannot complete the task and then calls Story. How I like to call it sometimes, if I don't say stories, Alpha, this guy, they whine us. So if he's whining us, it puts him to test. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. And the last, but not the least, or let's say the last and the least rule that you need to know is that if you say you're going to list 10 things and you're unable to list those 10 things, you're going to minus 10 points from your existing score. So you must, my advice is if you are sure of yourself, be really sure of yourself because it's a gamble. It's like betting.
Yeah.
It's like having won so much, you put it on the line. So either win more or lose it all. Okay? So, are you guys ready? Are you ready?
Sure.
Sure. Olayinka is always sure. I'm ready to go. All right, the first topic, well, we have 3 topics. So, I'll read the first topic, go back and forth. Somebody will choose. Once I'm done, go to the next topic, the third topic. All right? The first topic is current Premier League stadiums. So, since you're leading, start with you. How many can you list?
5.
5. How about you? Can you list more than 5? Or should we put in the test straight?
I can do 6.
Can do 6.
We'll do it.
You do it. Is it whining us? Or you can do more than that? Are you counting it in your head?
Definitely. I will do 9.
You do 9. That's in the wine us, I mean. Or you said they try gather whether you do wine us. 9, 10. Time is going.
I'll do 10.
You do 10. Should leave it at that. Should we test him? Can you list more than 10? 11? 12? How about on the team?
Yes, no. It's kind of. I was trying to remember.
You have to be sure, yeah. So 11. Or we should just put him to test. I play the devil's advocate on this one. Play with your head. Should we put it to test? Or do you want to?
You said you can mention 10.
10, yes. That's in our story, Abby.
You look like story.
You don't look like story because the little person will give us that 10, Abby. So you want to try and beat that. But you have to be sure. That's the thing. 11. 11? Can you top that, Quadri? Remember the question is current Premier League stadiums, not clubs. Yeah. Current. Yeah. Let me mention current again. No, current, not history. Current. As they like this season we just end today. Current. You don't need to pick up now. I say now current. 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 How far?
I'll do 11 as well.
You do 11 as well. Wow. So since you're saying current, should we put him to test?
I will do 11 as I said now.
Okay, so it's still 11 you're saying.
Yes.
You're also saying 11. So none of you can do more than 11. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Somebody has to say more than 11.
More than 11.
Yes. Or if you think he's lying, you put him to test. If you think he's lying, put him to test. So if two of you are saying 11, right? But which one of you thinks the other person is bluffing? The other person cannot really name 11. So if you think so, you say story. Story. Don't put it to test like that. 11 stadiums, current stadiums in the English Premier League. Oh God, I love this show. All right. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So you said 11. So 11 times 2 is 22. So 22. So as soon as I say your time starts now, you are meant to start mentioning the stadiums.
Alright.
Don't forget, 11 is your number, not 10, not 9, not 2 or 5. 11. And if you're unable to mention 11 minus your present.
Okay.
Understand? Are we good with time? Yes. All right, your time starts now.
Amex Stadium, Selhurst Park, St. James Park, London Stadium, Forsyth Stadium, Stamford Bridge, Emirates Stadium, Anfield, Old Trafford, and Etihad Stadium.
You have 11.
Yes, no, 11.
Yeah, 11, Abi.
Already.
It's 11, Abi. Okay.
11, I mentioned 11.
Mention 11.
Yeah, mention 11. Mention 11.
It's wrong.
But one is wrong.
Yeah.
That I think the first one, Annex. Is it
Amex.
Yes, Annex.
That's Brighton Stadium now.
Hold on.
No, he said Foxy Stadium. He's
No.
referring to Leicester. That's King's Power.
Kicks Power.
Yes,
He said Foxes.
Foxes. Because I knew there was one I heard that was wrong.
He's wrong.
Hold on. Even Brighton Stadium. It's not Amex, it's American Express Stadium.
It's Amex. Even
But they shot the.
yes, even that Foxy Stadium I mentioned as well. It was another name for
Amex.
King Power.
Okay.
Remember? There's another name for King Power Stadium as well.
I know they do call it King's Power.
yeah, but
That's
it's King
not
Power.
Foxes.
But it's King
That's-
Power.
The nickname is Fox.
Yeah, it's,
Their
so
nickname-
I know that-
Foxes
Foxes
almost
have-
is
are
their
the
nickname.
I understand
of
that. They call it. I understand.
Yes,
I understand.
yes, but
It's
the
King
name
Power
itself
Stadium.
is King
Let's move
Power.
on. I understand. But
So-
I know they call it Foxes Stadium as well. But let's
I've
move
never
on.
heard.
So-
I've never heard Leicester being called 4-6.
So
That's the
Let's
nickname.
move on. Let's move on.
let's move on. So at the end of tensions on the fly for you.
It's very, very tricky. Yes, I
It's
decided not to.
very, yes, very,
Because I know
very,
I will
it's-
make mistake.
yeah.
I can mention 12.
Boys,
I don't want to make
you
mistake.
have to be
You
sure.
have to be very, very careful in
Okay,
this
so
time.
after the first topic of this round, obviously Olayinka wasn't able to mention 11. So 11 minus 12 is 1. So now he's on 1 point. However, it's not over yet because we only have two topics, right? So those two topics, it's possible that Quadri might, do something and will make him come to the top. It's possible that it doesn't come. Whatever it is, there's still a lot to say before the game ends. So let us keep hope alive. Let us keep it alive and believe that a lot can happen. Your story can still change. The next topic is, listen very closely and be very sure of yourself again. Countries that have hosted the World Cup. Countries that have hosted. So since the inception of the World Cup,
Okay.
countries that have hosted. So we're going to start with you. How many can you list?
5.
5. How many can you list, Ola? Inka?
I'll do 6.
You do 6. Okay.
I'll do 7.
7. In the winos. Should we put him to test? Because he looks at someone that can list 7. This guy. Can you do 8? Even 9.
I can do it.
You can do it.
I said we'll do 7.
Yes.
Can try on it.
You can try on it.
I'll do 10.
You do 10. Look like that 10 is where you want to land. Because you're like, no one go past that one. Can you do more than that? Should we put in the test? Since he wants to end at 10. I'm just speaking on, not deciding for you. Just asking. Can you do more than 10? 10 is a lot of number.
Yes. I know.
Countries that have hosted the World Cup since its inception up until the last one in 2022. Right now we have Quadri saying he can do 10. Olayinka is thinking, can he do more than 10? Is Quadri bluffing? These are the questions in his head. He's also, I think, he's also listening in his head. He doesn't want to, shoot himself in the leg this time around. So Olayinka, what do you say? Should we put him to test?
11.
Can do 11. Bro. Even you say how far?
I'll go with 12.
You go with 12. Bro. You want to go further? I'm asking as a friend. Are you sure you want to go further? Or you want to do what? Should we test him?
12.
12. Who knows, bro? Who sabi argue for viewing center? I don't know Bobby this. 12. Should we put in the test?
12. How many?
12. 12 countries. So he's saying what Quadri is saying now, that if we put him to test, he can list 12 countries that have hosted the
I'll
World
do
Cup.
13.
Olayinka is saying he can do 13. He's really risking it all. He's as in this
Just for the fun of it.
just for the fun of it. He says
I'll do 14.
14. Guys are just going at it. Olayinka, if you ask me, I feel say this guy the winners. I feel say the winners, but you get to decide. We put him to test. Can he really do 14? Is it 14 you said? 14, Abby? God, I beg. Who this guy? Who this guy? Unless you feel like you can do more than 14 anyway. I mean, who am I to tell you what to do? Just the host. One day, I don't know how it feels to be on the hot seat, but I can tell it's very, very hot. That's why the color of the chair is red. It's hot. Yeah, I like it where I am because I don't want to be in your shoes. Calculating, thinking, can I not? Is he whining me? Is he not whining me? Let's stop. strategize. Half our time to go. So what we saying? What we saying?
I do.
They calculate.
Tough.
It's tough.
Tough.
Tough. 14 countries. Who you be? Now you invent World Cup. You say you part of the board of directors. Who are we to?
14.
You say reason now. Number plenty. Look at the winners. But you realize the winners. Coach has his game face on. Like, I don't even talk. I don't want to smile.
I'll do 15.
Story.
Bro. Oh, which guy show me this? You do 15. Mama says, no, you already said story. As I said story,
Yeah, no problem. Let's flow now.
you have to.
I'm betting one country.
You do your best. So, what I would advise is sometimes even if you are to list, you can also list plenty more than what you say you list, so that in case it doesn't meet, the one that meets the number that you said can go. But anyway, 15 countries you say, so that's 15 times 2, 30 seconds. Countries that have hosted the World Cup. Olayinka has been put to test. He says he can do 15. Quadri says story. In other words, they win us. So let us see if Olayinka can indeed mention 15 countries that have hosted the World Cup. Remember that because it says 15, so as a result of that, he has 30 seconds. Okay? And your 30 seconds starts now.
Uruguay.
Okay?
Brazil.
Okay.
England. Mexico. USA. Italy. France. Korea. South Korea. Japan. Germany. Argentina. South Africa.
Time. I know that time. That's what I was saying.
Time.
That's what I was saying. Time.
Qatar.
But
Russia.
funny enough, the funny thing is, the only one that I can say I can mark you down for, because you said okay, no, I
Korea,
can't.
Japan. They
no,
are
they are
joint
countries.
I can't even because it's fine because they
Yes,
are
I
two
know, they are
countries.
joint
Yeah,
hosts.
but they're joint.
Japan
But
and Korea hosted.
yeah, they're
They
joint.
are two
But
countries
they're
like
two
that,
countries,
huh?
so
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
counting them separately. Yeah. But the problem now is you didn't give us 15.
The reason why when I counted
Now
from
the
82,
issue.
Spain 82, Mexico 86.
Yeah.
I don't even. I do not.
I know it's not up to 15. That's
Yeah,
why I
it says
said.
South Korea.
15.
Yeah.
I did not even.
Yeah,
Yes,
separate
no, I
because
don't
they're two
even
different
mention
countries.
I know.
Yeah.
Mention 11.
What do you say?
I did not even mention Spain 82 like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
started
but
counting.
you
I started counting from those
you
when it started.
started from Uruguay. Correct.
Yes, no.
You mentioned US, mentioned
Because
South Korea,
That was
mentioned
the
South
reason. I wasn't counting
Africa.
about those Uruguay
All
taxes.
those
Nah,
the reason.
I was starting
You
from
tried. You
Spain 82.
I
actually.
know.
You
I was
actually-
even heading towards that Russia.
Russia.
2000.
Okay, so
I was
you
counting it by
tried
year
to
by
count from-
year.
yeah.
Now
I
why?
counted from Spain 82.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's South
82,
Africa.
86,
South
90,
Africa.
94,
Yes.
98,
Yeah.
2002.
I was counting
2006,
year by
10,
year.
Mexico,
14,
England,
Yes.
correct. So the ones that
14,
left,
18.
I
the
don't
ones that
mention
left, is
Russia.
Chile,
yes,
Russia,
Russia.
Qatar, and Spain,
There's no
Yes.
argument
and
with
Sweden,
me.
and Switzerland.
Don't lie to me.
He had.
He had.
He had. I'm not gonna lie. He had. But anyway, let's play the last topic. We're playing for fun. We're out here to have a good time. So it's not do or die affair, right? Let us finish the game today with the last topic. So the last topic is players who have played. This one is easy for Chelsea and Arsenal. So since they're the ones still leading, how many can you list? Players who have played for Chelsea and Arsenal. And thankfully you are a Chelsea fan and an Arsenal fan, so that's beautiful. So let's see if you really know your players. Before you go ahead, just to keep everything up to date, after the second round of this last round, Olayinka was supposed to mention 15. He couldn't meet up with 15. So unfortunately, it's 15 minus his present 1 point. Not the drill. Minus 14 at the moment. But don't worry, forget the scores. We're here to have fun. Fun is the main thing I'm doing here, so don't worry. Let's finish the game. So you want to start?
go with
5. How many can you list? Chelsea and Arsenal. You guys really shed players a lot. The list here is a long list here. So it says 5.
6.
You can do 6. How many can you do?
5. Do it.
You do 8. How many can you do? Quadri says he can do 8. What does Olayinka say? Can Olayinka do 9? Can he do 10? Do 11? 12? Let's find out. What else are you thinking? If you're still watching and you're yet to like, subscribe, share, please do that at the moment. Thank you so much. You said 8, right?
8.
Yeah, that's what you said. 8. So can you do 9? Can you do 10? Even 11?
I will do 9.
You do 9. And don't say I can, then you say I will do. That will is it. But there's no determination. I will do 9.
I will do 10.
You will do 10. We never test this guy since, so we'll test them. This is me doing devil's advocates now. I'm doing the angel and the devil. Whispering to your ears, test this guy, test him, like, because,
Now let him on the floor.
man, how far? Ogbo could say, you know, they put everybody to say, let us put you to test now, what's going on? So, you said you can do 10. So 10, that means you have 20 seconds. So you have to list out players that have played for Chelsea and Arsenal. Your time starts now.
Check. Anelka. Petit. Gallas. Ashley Cole. Benayoun. Sterling.
Okay.
Jorginho, Kai Havertz.
Time's up. That is 10 points minus his existing 18.5, which makes him finish the game today with 8.5. You see how so imagine if you had won one of the 2 that you tried, you probably would have overtaken, but you know, that's the way life is. That's the way who knows ball, winner stays is. And at the end of the game today, at the end of the episode today, our winner is Quadri with 8.5 because I don't want to call that score because of, you know, respect and and
There's none about this because
it's
about
not
the
all I
knowledge
can
now.
see is not about the score. See,
No.
This is the energy we
It's not
need
about
on
the
this
scores,
show. It's not about the
knowledge now.
scores.
It
It's about
shows
the
I know more about the football now.
Yeah.
It's not about the scores matter.
Love that. So all I can see is not about the scoreline. It's all about knowledge. He has come to put to test and also learn as well too. So at the end of the show today, as you know how we do here, who knows ball, winner stays. They don't go home empty-handed. Obviously, Quadri gets to win the money, most of the money today. But both participants would also get our merchandise, which Quadri is already wearing at the moment. So let me first give you congratulations.
Thanks, my boss. Thanks for having me.
This is yours, Quadri. You want to add to your shirts? Yeah. You don't need to get close there to who knows ball. Who knows ball t-shirt. So just before we wrap up the show, I would love to know the thoughts of our participants, just like a post-game interview, as you know, football players get interviewed after their match. So Olayinka, what are your thoughts? What do you think you could have done better? Just generally, what are your thoughts about the game today?
For me personally, I think I have a good run of the game.
Okay.
I did very well.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how the number of points I get at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But how I feel, how I try to answer those questions. It's a good game for me. I enjoy my time here. And congrats to the winner.
I love that.
It shows a good character as well.
I love that. I love the sportsmanship. So he says congrats to Quadri. So Quadri, congratulations once again. What are your thoughts? Winning is your second game. I think you are the first person this season that has won 2 games in a row. So
Wow.
how does it feel to be the first person to do that?
Like I said at the start of the show, I came here to go enjoy myself. I think he's an amazing competitor as well too.
Yeah.
First round you did well. I was able to outpace him probably in the link up.
Yeah.
that was where at the point that was trying to close me.
Yeah,
Close me
that
down,
link
you
up.
know,
That was where.
during link up.
Yeah, that link
So
up
the
was.
5 points, I think, really boosted me.
Yeah.
And that was how I survived. And also, for the last
Story.
the stories,
Yeah.
I think it's not about being knowledgeable as well too, because I feel like you said, it's like a gamble stuff.
Yeah.
At times you might know it, you
But-
might know the question, but at that time, it will come to your head,
Yeah.
because both of us that are in off seat, we are taking another thing.
Yeah.
Concerning the name of stadium,
Yeah.
it's something I know he should be know,
Yeah.
he knows, but he's very, very conscious that I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
So we are being
careful,
playing, and we are being
yeah.
careful not to miss the point. That was the reason. So I think that's the toughest section segment among
The ones you are. Okay, so if you had to compare your last game here and today's game, which one was tougher? If you had to say. It's hard,
Today,
Abi.
last week I was on fire.
Yeah, the fire.
No,
But today,
I
be
know.
like say
I was
today.
looking- I
yeah,
was
today
blazing
you're a
it
bit-
last week.
you're a bit
I don't
off.
know, maybe because of Yaga, I don't know. But I know, I think that's my best performance so far. Today, I struggled a little bit, I won't lie.
I mean, let's see. So you struggle a little bit. You come back next week, right? You've already sort of given me your word in a way. But if you don't come back, I mean, it's been nice having you so far. If you come back, we'd love to see you next week.
I'll be here next week.
You'll be here I said it. Yeah, I was already giving it to Claire, so you'll be here next week.
Let's see where the record will take me, probably.
So Quadri will be here next week. I believe you as well, the viewer, the watcher, the listener, would also be here with us as we come again next week. Same place. If you're here, still watching, you have to like, subscribe, share. I don't know what else. I don't even know what to say again at this point. Please just do the needful. Help us. Thank you very much. Okay? Thank you for watching. My name is Ari Wright, the Yan Spinner. Take care.